Good morning, students. Welcome to RPS Group of School online classes. Today, we will study Module 4, that is a continued part of the chapter Nutrition in Animals. In the previous module of this chapter, we discussed the process of digestion. Here in this module, we will discuss the process of absorption, assimilation, digestion, and we will study about the special features of ruminants. As you know, students, that the food that gets broken down into smaller and simpler particles, it has to get absorbed into the bloodstream. It is only through the blood and the circulatory system that the digested food reaches various cells and each and every tissues. Blood coming from the digestive organs carries simple sugars, glycerol, amino acids, and a few vitamins and salts to the liver. The process through which the end products of digestion are absorbed into the blood or lymph from the intestine is called absorption. The small intestine is the organ where absorption occurs. It is specially adapted to carry out the process of absorption. The process of utilization of food nutrients by the body cells after the process of absorption as a source of energy or to build new living material of the cells is called assimilation. Let's discuss about the small intestine. The small intestine is divided into three regions: duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. What is duodenum? It is the first section of the small intestine which connects to the stomach. It is the shortest region of the intestine. The chyme gets mixed with bile and pancreatic juice here. The middle section, jejunum, is the primary site of nutrient absorption. The third part is ileum. It is the final section of the small intestine that empties into the large intestine. It completes the absorption of the remaining nutrients. Let's see how absorption occurs in small intestine. The digested food is absorbed mainly in the small intestine. For efficient absorption of nutrients, the intestine has the following features. The intestine is very long. The lining of intestine is thin to allow rapid entry of substances. The inner wall of intestine contains numerous finger-like projections called villi. The villi increase the surface area of intestine to about 5 times for the absorption of digested food. Each villus is supplied with an arteriole, a venule, and blood capillaries, a lymph vessel or lacteal or lymph capillaries. Villus. The inner surface of the small intestine has millions of tiny finger-like outgrowths called villi. The presence of villi gives the inner walls of the small intestine a very large surface area, which helps in the rapid absorption of food. Thus, the role of villi in the small intestine is to increase the surface area for the rapid absorption of digested food. Each villus has a network of thin and small blood vessels called blood capillaries close to its surface. The surface of villi absorbs the digested food materials into blood flowing through them. Let's discuss the process of assimilation. Blood carries the absorbed food materials to the cells in all the parts of the body. In the cells, food is used for energy, growth, and repair. This process is called assimilation. Glucose breaks down in the cells with the help of oxygen to form carbon dioxide and water and releases energy. Fatty acids and glycerol build components of cells and form fats to be stored in the body as food reserves. Amino acids are used to make proteins which are required for the growth and repair of the body. Now we will discuss the process of addition. It takes place in large intestine. The large intestine is about 1.5 meters long. It is called large intestine because it is quite a wide tube. The undigested and unabsorbed food from the small intestine enters into large intestine. The large intestine absorbs most of the water from the undigested food material. Due to the removal of water, the undigested food becomes semi-solid. This undigested food, or you can say waste material, is stored in the last part of the large intestine called rectum for some time. The undigested semi-solid waste is passed out from our body through anus in the form of feces. This process is called addition. Now here we will discuss about the digestion in ruminants. What are ruminants? Grass-eating animals like cows, buffaloes, goats, sheep, deer, etc. are called ruminants. Why they are called ruminants? Because a part of the stomach, rumen, is specialized to store half-chewed food. The stomach of ruminants has 4 chambers. These 4 chambers are called rumen, reticulum, omasum, and abomasum. Here in the stomach, rumen is the largest chamber for the storage of food. Ruminants quickly swallow partially or half-chewed food. The saliva mixed half-chewed food is stored in the rumen. Here, food is partially digested by the action of saliva. Some bacteria helps in the digestion of cellulose. This partially digested food is called cud. Now, when the ruminants sit and relax, the food from the reticulum comes back into the mouth cavity due to reverse peristaltic movement in small lumps and is chewed again by these ruminants. This process of chewing the cud is called rumination. Completely chewed food directly reaches to omasum where water from the food is absorbed. The food is then pushed into abomasum, which is the true stomach. In ruminants, cellulose is digested in a special sac present at the junction of small and large intestines called cecum. Cellulose make up the plant cell wall. Plant food is rich in cellulose. If you see students, cellulose is a very complex carbohydrate which forms the main component of the cell wall in the plants. Animals like horses, rabbits, etc. have a large sac-like structure called cecum between the esophagus and the small intestine, where the cellulose of food is digested by the action of certain bacteria which are not present in human beings. The enzyme which digests cellulose is called cellulase, and it is not produced by all the animals. However, animals which digest cellulose contain microorganisms in their gut which produce cellulase enzyme. This is a symbiotic relationship. It contains cellulose digesting bacteria. If you see in human beings, human cannot digest cellulose because cecum is reduced and a vestigial organ and cellulose digesting bacteria are also absent in human beings. With this, we end up this module. Take good care of yourself, students. Thank you.